And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. From the gun, Murray. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And some room to work. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now. They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some space here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
3rd and 7.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Touchdown! Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it 21-8. Well, we looked
at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Carr. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Isaiah Simmons on the tackle. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Carr rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now from Murray. Flushed out right. And the reception made by Green. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Murray going to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Murray's got to have this one. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 33 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. And they'll indeed take a knee. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. Gets this to Moore. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is caught. He hits Moore. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Murray again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.